All right, so you might have seen the horrible snowstorm up in Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York is located about a little over 10, maybe 10, 11 hours, depending on traffic, toward the northwestern part of New York State. So it's not anywhere near where I live. But I've worked up there in the past. I think I did like 2 weeks. I was sitting up there in the winter, and there was snow drifts coming off Lake Erie, and I had to drive a car because I had to work up at the border. I think Lewiston, which is a bit north, near the Canadian border, and wow, it was really something. And it's cold. There was snow. But nothing like what you're gonna see here. And I'm making this video because there's certain parts of the world where some people probably never heard about the snowstorm that was visited up there. And by the way, some people who live there like 30 years or so forth, they said they never seen anything like that. And usually, if you want to learn about how to get rid of snow, you send your people up to Buffalo, your tacticians or what have you, who will get equipment or want to buy equipment, snow equipment. You send them up there to learn from these people. But what happened was so unprecedented that there was nothing they can do. They had to get help from other cities in the United States. So let's see the news with Kristen Walker of NBC.
With rescues by snowmobile and enough snow in some areas to make plows useless, this morning Buffalo's recovery is far from over as the sobering death toll in western New York climbs to at least 34, this city's deadliest snowstorm in history.
Police and fire believe that number will rise as we are able to get more snow cleared, get into more homes.
Anndel Taylor's sisters say she died while waiting for help. Sharing these videos while trapped in her car Friday. The family says a resident discovered her body on Christmas Eve.
I'm feeling a lot of emotions. I'm sad, I'm angry. She was loving and caring.
Buffalo's mayor believes every vehicle abandoned in the middle of the street has been checked for survivors, and he says that authorities are coming by and marking them with tape after they've done a check.
Vacant vehicles amid the piles of snow, as state police released a video showing how they are moving them by forklift, while residents clean up. These two standing in the same street, separated by feet of snow.
This is the most extreme snowfall I've ever seen in my life. So,
And you know snow here?
yeah, been here 30 years, yeah.
Out west, parts of Washington state, Oregon, and Northern California reportedly hit by 6 to 8 inches of rain so far this week. The Rockies anticipating 8 to 12 inches of snow today, with parts of Utah already proving treacherous. Back in Buffalo, amid the tragedy, the community bands together. One woman Facebook live streaming what she says was her mother's rescue from the dangerous aftermath Monday night.
She's here. My mother is disabled, been without lights, gas, food, water. This is amazing. This is God's work.
Temperatures here in Buffalo will jump to the 50s on Friday, and there's rain coming, which means we'll see a rapid melt, and there's concern over possible flooding over this upcoming holiday weekend. Kristen?
Just the last thing residents in Buffalo need. All right, Jesse, thank you so much for that.
Okay, so let me just go to give this the courtesy it deserves. A 22-year-old who was trapped in her car during a snowstorm has died, her family says. The family of a 22-year-old woman who shared videos of the unprecedented snowstorm in Buffalo, New York, as she was trapped in her car waiting for help, says she was among the 34 dead in western New York from the city's deadliest snowstorms in decades. Anndel Taylor was on her way home from her job as an assistant at a nursing home on December 23rd when her car got stuck in the snow, her family said. Taylor called 911 for help, but had no choice but to wait inside of her car, which she kept running. Her mother, Wanda Brown Steele, told NBC News, and that's how there. She worked in a nursing home. Taylor's family said she had sent videos of her vehicle stuck in the snow. When last heard from her shortly after midnight on December 24th. Wow. I did that December 24th. That was Saturday, going into Christmas, spending Christmas in your car. When she said she was going to try to go to sleep and walk to safety in the morning, Taylor's sister, Tamisha Brown, said she posted a photo of Taylor along with her approximate location in a Facebook group. A man who lived nearby went out and found her vehicle around 9 p.m. on December 25th. That's nearly 24 hours later, Christmas Day. Taylor was found dead, lying in the reclined driver's seat. I am good 1 minute, then it hits me, Brown Steele told NBC News. The Erie County medical examiner did not immediately respond to a request for comment from NBC regarding Taylor's cause of death. Taylor's sister criticized first responders for not getting to her sister and her vehicle for 2 days. I don't understand what they are there for, Shoniqua Brown said. I feel like I don't know if they try, but they didn't try hard enough. I'm upset about it. They never made it there at all. NBC News has also reached out to Buffalo Police for comment. Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown has said the city believes every abandoned vehicle in the middle of the city streets have been checked for survivors. Authorities are marking each vehicle with tape after they have checked. Those dead in Erie County, New York, include 17 people found outside, 7 others without heat, and 3 people found in their vehicles. County Executive Mark Poloncarz said. So this happened to some other people too. They found other people dead in their vehicles. Taylor, who was soon turning 23, had moved to Buffalo from Charlotte, North Carolina in 2020 to be closer to her diabetic father and to finish college, her mother told NBC News. She had plans. She was doing it, she said. She got further than anybody, including myself. The Taylor family's Christmas dinner, full of the 22-year-old's favorite dishes, sat cold and untouched as they discovered what happened to her in the snowstorm. Everywhere in the house, everybody sees her face. Taylor's stepmother, Lashina Smith, told NBC News, we still feel hopeless. All right, so my take is this, because these things have happened before. When it's cold and when it's snowing, okay, you can sit in your car, however, you need to make sure that exhaust is not blocked with snow. And when we look at all the snow out there, chances are that's what was going on. There was so much snow in the street that snow blocked her exhaust, and more than likely there was carbon monoxide that didn't have anywhere to escape but go back into the car. And because carbon monoxide is one of those gases you don't smell, you don't smell. It's very deadly, and people get killed like that every year, like sitting in the garage warming up the car, and if there's a blockage, it comes right back. The person breathes it in, and then she fell off to sleep. Even so, if there's carbon monoxide, you can think, oh, wow, I'm falling off to sleep. I'm tired, you know. You're getting drowsy. No, maybe you're not drowsy. It's just that the carbon monoxide is competing with the oxygen in your blood. And when that happens, you begin to feel drowsy and you begin to lose your consciousness, ability to think correctly. So that's a very, very dangerous drug, gas. And unfortunately, the people who she was chatting with on Facebook didn't seem to realize how serious the matter is, that somebody who's trapped in a vehicle in a lot of snow, who's running that engine, they must have their tail, that exhaust. It must be clear. It must be kept clear, and which is very, very difficult to do when the snow is piling up high. That's not easy. And more than likely, that's what the medical examiner is going to find, that she had a high concentration of carbon monoxide in her blood. Now let's take a look at some of the other videos out there. Look at all that snow. New York State. Okay, let's go to the last video I have out. This is 1 minute 19 seconds. This is a good shot here, right? Look at those streets. Nothing can go down those streets. Look at the extent of the snow. See, they put it in the dump trucks, all that snow, excess snow. So they use a drone, obviously, to take these pictures. A drone is the best. Yeah. So unfortunately, this is what it is. This is what was going on. Snowstorm blankets neighborhoods in Buffalo. This is when it was happening. And this was happening Christmas Eve. Yeah. Turning night. Yeah. Unfortunately, that young woman who got killed, or who died, nobody in the Facebook chat room could have told her, well, gee, you know, the last thing you want to do is sit in there and carbon monoxide could get to you. You know, it's like Facebook has so many things, but it's like, oh my God, the important things people should talk about in these rooms is to tell them, to warn them that, hey, you know, if you're sitting in your vehicle and you're running that engine, you gotta make sure that tailpipe is not obstructed. And apparently not one person was able to tell her that. That's really unfortunate. And you can't turn the clock back at all. Very sad. Anyway. Alright. I'm going to put some links below